So for years, Apple's been known for setting trends in the smartphone world, whether it's good or bad. But now, as the landscape shifts from the hardware to software, especially AI, it feels like they're falling behind. And this could be a much bigger problem than we realize, not just for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but for Apple's dominance in the high-end smartphone market.
The iPhone 16 did not excite consumers enough to warrant a smartphone supercycle.
They're seeing lower ship times, which comes off as a signal demand is weaker than last year. The iPhone 16 Pro appears to be down 27%, while the Pro Max, the top of the line model, down 16% year over year.
From a consumer-focused perspective, which is what a lot of the initial Apple sales are typically targeted at, it's just not hitting home.
Let's face it, the hardware race is more or less over. Look at any flagship device over the past few years, be it from Apple, Samsung or Google, and you'll notice that hardware innovation is slowing down. The days of huge leaps in screen sizes, camera counts, and even battery performance are mostly over. Now it's all about software, specifically AI. And this is where Apple's in big trouble. Take the iPhone 16 Pro Max as a prime example. The biggest marketing push from Apple this year is their so-called
Apple Intelligence. Intelligence, 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 intelligence. Thank you so much for joining us.
They promise smarter AI, better voice interactions, and features that are supposed to make your phone feel smart. Sounds great, right? Except none of these features are actually ready yet. People are picking up their new iPhones only to find out the features Apple hyped are nowhere to be found. Worse, when they do finally arrive, they'll still be in beta. Yes, the headline features for Apple's latest and greatest iPhone isn't even fully baked yet, and it won't be until next year. And what's worse is that if you're living outside the US, you're waiting even longer to see these features, which is honestly wild. Now compare that to Google and Samsung. Their phones are already loaded with AI-driven features that work right out of the box. Real-time language translation, new photo editing tools, smarter replies, context-aware Google Assistant that's miles ahead of Siri, it's all there, functioning perfectly. These companies are moving fast while Apple is still figuring out when to launch a feature that should have been ready by now. This is a major issue for Apple because AI is now the key to the future of smartphones. It's what's driving the seamless experience people want today, whether it's better photos, smarter voice assistants, or predictive features that anticipate user needs. And yet, Apple, the biggest tech company in the world, seems to be falling behind in a race they can't afford to lose. Let's be honest, Apple's brand is built on trust. People expect their products to work perfectly right out of the box. But when they promise these big new AI features and then delay them indefinitely, it chips away at that trust. And it's not just about missing a deadline, it's about a core shift in how Apple is delivering its software. People aren't just buying iPhones for the hardware anymore, they're buying into the ecosystem, the software, and the promise of cutting-edge AI. So when Apple fails to deliver on that promise, it's a much bigger problem than just a missed feature. This is especially concerning because Apple has the largest loyal customer base in the world. But how long will that loyalty last if other companies are offering a better experience? Google and Samsung are already pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, and if Apple doesn't catch up soon, people will start to notice. It's only a matter of time before even die-hard Apple fans start looking at other options. In short, Apple is playing a dangerous game here. They're banking on their brand loyalty and hardware reputation to carry them through this AI transition, but it's a risky bet. If they don't get their AI game in order soon, they could lose ground not just in the premium smartphone space, but across their entire ecosystem. By the way, I'll be hanging out in the comments, so if you have anything to add or totally disagree with me, feel free to drop your thoughts. I'd love to hear them, and I'll see you down there.